We caught a glimpse of a rather interesting looking indie game here at GameX, a game called Monkey Hoppers. What's it all about?
It's basically about defeating your opponent. Pretty straightforward.
But it's not a straightforward beat 'em up. It's very different than anything I've ever seen. Can you just tell us a little bit about the mechanics and what's going on screen?
I think I don't really know what to call it, but I guess you could call it a platform fighting game, since a lot of you're mostly jumping around very much. You can't really walk, so you're always jumping. So I guess a platform fighter would be an accurate description. You could also call it a mix between sumo hoppers and jump and bump.
Right, and it seems like navigation is key here. We got 2 players playing here, but the game is supporting more players as well.
Yeah, you can play. We haven't really tested any big numbers, but at least up to 5 people we've tried with, and that works well. We can probably have like up to 20, 50, but we don't really know if that makes the game more fun or not. It could be a little bit crowded. But it's definitely a game for more than 2 people.
So a typical fighting game is all about learning moves and learning systems, but that doesn't really seem to be the case in this game. Sort of, what's the key to success?
The key to success actually is first to master just your own character, to be able to jump around. It takes a little time to get the hang of it, but once you do have the hang of it, it's actually quite fun to just be alone and jump around on the map, because you have so good control over your character. But once you can control your character pretty well, it's all about hunting your opponent and stressing him out so that he jumps up into the air, and then you can read where he's going to land, and then you intercept him in the air.
So it's all about intercepting your opponent in the air, but when there are 5 players, I can imagine that it's kind of hard to keep track of everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. If you touch the ground, you're probably going to have someone on your head a few seconds later. So when you're more than 2 people, you have to jump a lot more, and it makes the game more action-packed and fun.
So I understand you have 3 levels working at the moment. They got this cylindrical shape sort of thing, all of them. Is that key to what makes the game unique, in your opinion?
It probably could work the game could probably work with just a flat. It was actually a technical issue first, because collision is so easy to check collision against a spherical object. But we've also found that it's actually quite fun, because if you get kicked in a certain way, you can almost orbit around the planet, which leads to some interesting situations.
So what's the roadmap ahead for the game, and so what are your plans for it?
The plans right now is to show it up here and get more people playing it. Up until now, we've only been like the 2 of us and a few close friends have been playing it. So, and we haven't really had any numbers playing it. So what we're doing now is just to get more people to play the game, see how they act when they play it, and just observe what's fun, what people actually enjoy, what's actually fun in the game. And add more game modes is probably. Currently we have both free for all, where you basically it's basically a death match, you just hunt each other down. And we also have King of the Hill, where you try to hold an area and then you get points for controlling the area. But we're planning to add even more game modes as well. But that's still under construction.
Right. So Monkey Hoppers, something to look out for in the near future on PC. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.